This video was brought to you by YugiohMInt.com. Check out their selection of over 20,000 cards and prices better than TCG Player.
Alright, what is up YouTube? I'm Clifford here. We're going to be doing a deck profile on Water. Yes, I realize in the playtesting videos I did mess up Toos over here. This guy, searching it off Dragoons. It is an Aqua Monster. You can't do that, so just clarifying that. So, first off, please check out our good friends over at YugiohMInt.com. Without them, you guys wouldn't be seeing some of the great content that you've been seeing. And they did help me get some of the stuff together for this deck. So please do check out YugiohMInt.com. So, Water. This is based off of the list that got first place at Indianapolis. Unfortunately, I don't remember the guy's name. I know he messaged me asking me to profile it. I didn't get around to it. I know House of Champions, Jonathan Moore did profile it. So you should go over to his channel. I'll leave a link down below to the deck profile over there. But this is what I've been testing. Has its own side deck and everything. My friend played it at ARG States. Unfortunately went 2-2 drop because he wasn't too familiar with some of the stuff to do in the deck, some of the overall combos. But having not played Water in a while, it was kind of a shame to see the deck do that. But nonetheless, I still think that this build is very good. There's a few things that I kind of want to change. Haven't really decided on how I want to change them yet, but that's why I do these deck profiles, to get insight. So, first up, 3 Neptibus, fantastic card. This is the only reason why the deck is as good as it is. Being able to send an Atlantean from your deck to the graveyard to search your deck for another Atlantean, to trigger Dragoons, tribute this guy off, special summon another fucking water monster. Like, it's really good. And of course, Deep Sea Diva, summon this. It's a tuner, allows you to go up your synchro tree if you need to. So, very, very important to the deck. Now, one of the things the version from Indy was doing was 3 Undyne, 2 Controller. Basically, this acts as a shittier Neptibus. Obviously, this is really good because you're playing Allure of Darkness in your deck. One of the downsides to this, though, is in most scenarios, most games are going to be very OTK pushed, and one of the things I really don't particularly like about Undyne is I just feel he's too slow. I mean, he's very spectacular, but he's just not as powerful as this. But you have to warrant playing him because he can set you up for this on the next turn if you need to get into it, pretty much amongst your combo pieces. So it sucks that he's a worse version of this. But like I said, it allows you to take up a lot of your other spaces within the deck for additional draw engines, which can be really good. Standard Atlanteans, 2 Dragoons, 2 Marksmen, and 2 Heavy Infantry. Pretty self-explanatory. 2 of each, obviously. You're going to try to resolve these before you pop a Desire in your deck to ensure that they're already present in your hand. Yada yada. Possibly considering 3 of these. This card is really ridiculous. I can't explain like how many times I've wanted a 3rd of these so badly. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot of room in the deck because we are playing the Undyne engine. But he also, I mean, if you open it, like, it can be bad, and it's also not good for setting up the turn 1 play. However, if you want to break your opponent's board, phenomenal going second. Next up, 3 Abystus, level 7 search, not a Sea Serpent, oddly enough, but still 2400 wall, resolve search, feeds most of your water effects. 3 Megalo, scrub rarity. So obviously Megalo, summon it, tribute water monster. If you tribute Neptibus, special summon. Typically, this with the water scale can OTK your opponent, as long as they don't have anything present on the board, or if you need to overextend into it, go for it. Mulan Glacia, power card of the deck. Not really a lot to say. I mean, 5 water monsters, drop it, burn 2 out of your opponent's hand. And he has a Sea Serpent, so you can search it. Next up, 1 spike, search for water monsters. Clown Girl, General Revival for a level 7 monster to exceed someone with. Just another fodder that you can discard, also searchable off of Toos. And then next up, 3 Gamma Seal. Incredibly important. Tribute Brick Herald, tribute your opponent's Floodgate monster that stop you except for monsters named Vanity's Fiend. But still, nonetheless, allows you to break your opponent's monster. You can kill this, it's an additional water in the graveyard from Mullen Glacier. And then 2 Max C's, your opponent's special summoning. Take advantage of this situation. Very powerful card in this deck. The more resources water has to resolve, the better. So that's the monsters. Spells, Mikazuchi, Spell Negator, super important, X-Ray Hindered Attack to OTK. Consider 2 of these as well. I mean, it's one of those things is if you draw it, sucks. If you can resolve search it, it's really good. 1 for 1 for combos. I mean, it was enough that they made this a level 1 monster just to be able to special summon it for free. 2 instant fusions. Norden Dweller, Norden 101, Norden Woven with Dragoons, Resolve, Search. Insane. 2 Allure Darkness. Once again, though, it can be bricky. I mean, you have ways to get to these, which if you don't open them, these can be very dead. Just something you can set to Beta Twin Twister if you really need to. I don't recommend it, but sometimes it does happen. Let's see here. 2 Desires. This card is both terrible and good in this deck. I like to use this to extend my combo, especially if I'm halfway through and I want an extra card to ensure that I can keep on going or go one step further. Typically like to use this after my Desires have been, or my Dragoons have been used, they're out of the deck. That way I don't have to risk losing them for the rest of the game. Soul Charge. General Combo Extender makes your board even more ridiculous. No reason not to play it. And then 2 Twin Twister. General Back Row can really mess up water. It's kind of strange. But I can definitely see why the guy in Indy was playing it. So that's the main. Extract. With Norden, we already talked about how great he is. Dweller for Burning Abyss. Diamond Dire to remove current threats already established on board. 101 to trigger water monsters. I mean, in some world you have 2 Dragoons under this. Okay. It's really good. Hope Woven, extra 1,000 attack, really good. Big Eye, steal your opponent's monsters. Red Ice Flare to burn your opponent even more after an established board to ensure OTK. Viscaios for field control. The Tree of Monsters for Diva. Tatsunoko, Herald, Shambara, extra OTK fodder here. Coral Dragon, discard Meteor Burst for Ancient Gear, shut off effects. Churchill because it's insane, and I really love Tatsunoko with this with the Mermail. So, and plus, like, he's not as good as he was, but still forcing your opponent to go to main phase 2 to deal with it seems pretty good to me. Side deck isn't the way that the indie list had it, but we're testing it. So 2 Kaijus. Well, I'm showing you that because we're playing 3 Interrupted Slumber. My typical logic with that was we've already got 3 Gamma Seals in the main. Side in 2 more, side in 3 board nukers. And being able to search for more Kaijus to resolve to deal with more problems that your opponent has seems really good. And then 1 Twin Twister, just additional back row removal. 2 Veiler for problem monsters. Same thing with 2 Forbidden Chalice. You don't want your opponent resolving effects that can devastatingly kill you. That's why you have Chalice and Veiler. Obviously, you probably should max out 3 Veiler instead of the Chalice, but we went with the Kaiju engine in there instead. 3 Ghost Ogres, and 1 Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, and 1 Dante. Obviously, Blue Eyes is a pain in the ass for you. Answer it. Dante, answer your opponent's monsters. Burning Abyss really sucks when they can't resolve this. I mean, don't get me wrong, the PK Fire version is really good when they can still go Dark Rebellion or Thanatos, but you're still taking out half of their skill tree with the side. So that's the side. So currently, it's one of the very old decks that I remember how to play in this game. Mullen Glacier is a fantastic card. Don't be fooled though, a lot of players can still outplay you with a 4-card hand. I mean, yes, you can probably trish them and give them 3, but just because you have this on the field and possibly a Mizuchi with, say, an Abyss does not mean that your board is safe. I mean, this is a good board position, but it doesn't mean that it can't be answered. Just don't get cocky when playing water. Understand that your deck is as fragile as you are playing it. And yeah, so guys, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. I know it's been a little while since we've had some real life deck profiles. I'm really happy to get the chance to play water again. I haven't played this in quite some time. I still have the deck core laying around. So guys, please check out our friends over at YugiohMInt.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs. And there will be a code down in the description for you guys to enter as well to save a little bit of money on your next purchase from them. Alright guys, peace.